Yahweh is Allah. For nearly 1500 years, humanity has been taught, explicitly and implicitly, that the God of the Hebrew Scriptures and the God of Islam are different. Different names, different identities, different wills, different histories. This belief did not emerge from revelation. It emerged from translation, power, and time. What was lost was not God, but continuity. In the Hebrew Scriptures, the Creator reveals himself by name, Yahweh. This name appears thousands of times, anchoring covenant, law, mercy, justice, and divine authority. Yet over centuries, that name was gradually removed, replaced with substitutes, titles, euphemisms, and later complete omission. The name was hidden, not because it was unknown, but because it was powerful. Names establish authority. Names preserve memory. Names prevent manipulation. In Arabic, the term Allah does not function as a personal name in the modern Western sense. It is a descriptive declaration, Al-Ilah, the God. Not a God, not one of many, the God. Linguistically, the term predates Islam, appearing among Arabic-speaking Jews, Christians, and monotheists long before the Quran was revealed. Arabic-speaking Jews prayed to Allah. Arabic translations of the Hebrew Bible use Allah. Arabic Christians still say Allah today. So the question must be asked honestly. If Allah simply means the God, and Yahweh is the revealed name of that same God in Hebrew Scripture, at what point did humanity decide they were not the same? This separation was not theological at first. It was political. As empires expanded, languages shifted. Greek replaced Hebrew in scholarship. Latin replaced Greek in authority. Arabic later emerged as a preserved Semitic tongue, carrying structures older than many European theological assumptions. With each transition, meaning was filtered, names were softened, context was lost, and over time, institutional religion benefited from division. Islam did not introduce a new God. It restored uncompromised monotheism, Tawheed, M-T-H-E, the absolute oneness of God. This mirrors the Hebrew declaration of Echad. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God, Yahweh is one. These are not competing theologies. They are linguistic expressions of the same truth. What changed was not the God of Abraham. What changed was how God was presented to the masses. Councils debated nature. Creeds multiplied definitions. The divine name disappeared. Titles took precedence, and humanity inherited a fractured understanding of the same Creator, now divided by doctrine instead of united by covenant. This concealment endured for centuries because it served systems. Division creates dependence. Confusion creates authority. When people no longer recognize that they worship the same God, conflict becomes inevitable and profitable. But language remembers what institutions forget.
Hebrew and Arabic share roots. They preserve meaning where translations blur it. When Scripture is read through its original Semitic lens, continuity emerges naturally. The attributes align, the commands align, the moral law aligns. The prophetic chain aligns. From Abraham to Moses to Muhammad, the message remains consistent. Worship the One, reject idolatry, establish justice, protect the vulnerable, and walk humbly before your Creator. There is no theological requirement for hostility, only historical conditioning. What has been hidden for nearly 15 centuries is now visible, not through invention, but through restoration. By returning to original languages, original contexts, and original declarations, the illusion of separation dissolves. The God of the Torah is not threatened by the God of Islam, because they are not two. They never were. Yahweh is not replaced by Allah. Allah does not erase Yahweh. One is a revealed name, the other is a descriptive declaration. Together, they point to the same singular reality, the eternal, uncreated, sovereign God who was never divided, only renamed by human tongues. This is not a call to abandon faith, it is a call to remember it. When humanity stops arguing over names and returns to meaning, reconciliation becomes possible. When truth is restored, fear loses its grip, and when the oneness of God is recognized again, the oneness of humanity is no longer a theory, but a responsibility. What was hidden has now been brought back into the light, not to collapse religions, but to expose the lie that they were ever meant to be enemies.
History created division. Language built walls, but the source was never divided. One truth, one name, restored.